HOA sent cops to my ranch. Too bad, I'm the one who funds their whole department. The air was thick with the scent of Karen flowers, their violet petals glowing like embers in the fading light of my Wyoming ranch. I'd built this place, acre by acre, with sweat and stubborn will. The townsfolk called me Ezra Kane, the man who kept Sheridan County's sheriff's department afloat with my donations. My wealth was no secret, nor was my temper. But today, that temper was a lit fuse, and the spark was a woman named Lily Harper, clutching a fistful of those damned flowers like they were her lifeline. Lily had shown up a month ago, a city girl with a chip on her shoulder and a vendetta I didn't understand. She'd leased the neighboring plot, claiming she wanted to preserve the Karen flowers, rare wild blooms that only grew in these parts. I didn't care about flowers. My cattle needed grazing land, and her plot was in my way. I'd offered to buy her out, fair and square. She laughed in my face, called me a bully, and started a petition to block my expansion. That's when the whispers began. Ezra Kane, the tyrant of Sheridan County. This morning, the sheriff's cruiser rolled up my driveway, kicking up dust like an accusation. Sheriff Tom Ballard stepped out, his face grim. Behind him stood Lily, her eyes blazing, those flowers tucked into her braid like a taunt. Ezra, Tom said, voice low. Lily says you've been sabotaging her land, poisoning her flowers. She's got evidence. I laughed, sharp and bitter. Evidence? She's got nothing but a grudge. You know me, Tom. I pay your salary, your deputy's salaries, hell, the whole damn department's budget. I leaned against the porch rail, arms crossed. You really gonna take her side over mine? Lily stepped forward, her voice shaking but steady. You think your money makes you untouchable? I've got photos, dead flowers, chemical residue. You're killing the only thing that makes this land special. Her words cut deeper than I'd admit. I hadn't touched her precious flowers, but I'd hired men to dig trenches near her fence, routine irrigation. I told them. Maybe it had gone too far. Maybe I'd wanted her to break. Tom shifted, uncomfortable. Ezra, I gotta follow the law. If there's proof. Proof? I snapped, stepping closer. You're standing on my land, Tom. My money keeps your lights on. You want to play cop? Go find some real criminals. The air crackled with tension. Lily's fists clenched, her flowers trembling. You're a coward, Ezra, hiding behind your wallet. Those flowers are worth more than your ego. I was about to fire back when a new voice cut through, sharp as a blade. Enough! It was Old Man Carver, the town's recluse, hobbling up the drive with a cane. Nobody expected him, hell. I hadn't seen him leave his shack in years. His eyes, cloudy but fierce, locked on me. Ezra, you're no saint. But Lily, you ain't clean either. We froze. Carver's words hung heavy, like storm clouds. What are you talking about? I growled. Carver smirked, pulling a crumpled photo from his pocket. It showed Lily, not on her land, but in a sleek city office, shaking hands with a suit I recognized, Martin Vale, a developer who'd been sniffing around Sheridan for years. Lily's been playing you all, Carver said. She's no flower-saving hero. She's working with Vale to turn her plot into condos. Those Karen flowers? Just a sob story to drive you out, Ezra. Lily's face drained of color. That's not true, she stammered, but her voice cracked, betraying her. Tom's hand hovered over his radio, unsure who to trust. My chest tightened, anger, betrayal, and something like shame. I'd been fighting a ghost, a lie spun by a woman I'd underestimated. You used me? I said, voice low, dangerous. You used this town. Lily's eyes glistened, but she didn't back down. You're no better, Ezra. You think you own us because you write checks? You're choking this place just as much as Vale would. Carver coughed, breaking the silence. You're both wrong. Those flowers selling 'em out, and you're stomping 'em out. Neither of you cares about this land. He tossed the photo at my feet and shuffled off, leaving us in a stunned standoff. Tom finally spoke. I'm taking you both in. We'll sort this at the station. He reached for his cuffs, but I held up a hand. No need, Tom. I'll come. But you tell the town who keeps your badge shiny. I shot Lily a look, her flowers now wilting in her grip. She didn't meet my eyes. At the station, the truth unraveled. Lily's evidence was shaky chemicals traced to a supplier Vale used. Not me. My trenches had damaged her land, though, and I couldn't deny it. The town split down the middle. Half saw me as a bully, half saw Lily as a fraud. The Karen flowers, once a symbol of beauty, became a bitter emblem of greed and pride. In the end, Lily left town, her deal with Vale exposed. I kept my ranch, but the victory tasted like ash. The flowers were gone, most died in the crossfire of our war. Carver's words haunted me. Neither of us cared about the land. I'd won, but at what cost? My money couldn't buy back the trust I'd lost, or the beauty I'd helped destroy. As I stood on my porch that night, the empty fields stretched before me, silent. I'd funded the law, but I couldn't fund redemption. The town would remember this Ezra Kane, the man who fought for control and lost something bigger. What do you think? Was justice served? Or did greed blind us all? Share your thoughts.